Welcome to this video, and here's 5 offseason slash draft moves I think the Broncos need to make. We're about a week into the offseason now, but I think it's been a good enough time to let things settle. And here's the final 5 offseason slash draft moves I think the Broncos should and need to make. I guarantee I'll be right on at least 3 of these, and that's pretty good. So, my first move is going to be the Broncos to draft Oregon quarterback Bo Nix. Our current QB depth chart is Jarrett Stidham and Ben DiNucci. And if you really watch a film breakdown, watch film on this guy, a lot of what people say about him just is not quite true. A lot of the talk about how he can't throw deep is just wrong. It's just blatantly wrong, and it just proves that you haven't truly watched this guy. He can definitely throw deep. The question is more so how much velocity he can get on the deep ball. But I don't think I'd worry too much about that, because on deep balls, it's not like you're trying to really whip it. Most of the time, you're trying to air it out, put a lot of arc on it. And that's something that another quarterback that Broncos fans want in this draft struggles with. J.J. McCarthy, he struggles with getting arc on his ball, even though he does throw with a lot of velocity. He's more of a one-speed thrower. If a guy's right in front of him, sometimes, and it's something that he can really learn. It's not a huge knock on him, but sometimes he'll try to throw it too hard to a guy right in front of him when he just needs to take a little off. I still think McCarthy's a solid prospect, but I just don't think he's really worth everyone getting all excited about, which is crazy because just a month and a half ago, everyone was saying he's a third round guy. He's a second round guy. But for some reason, the narrative's changed. It's kind of ridiculous how it's changed. All of a sudden, McCarthy is the second coming of Jesus Christ. I don't like to say stuff like that. But it's just crazy how that narrative has changed. Where all of a sudden everyone's hyping McCarthy up. Everyone wants to take him at 5. It's kind of ridiculous. But like I said, nothing on McCarthy has really changed. But going to the second slide. The second move I think the Broncos need to make is signing some offensive line depth and drafting Tanner Bortolini. I'll talk about Bortolini first. Bortolini is actually a very good prospect out of Wisconsin. There's a little bit, maybe injury concern, but he is very good. He's definitely going to be a gem. Whoever gets him is getting the center of the future. He is a very good center, and I think the Broncos would be very happy to draft him. He's good in the pass game. He's very aggressive in the pass game. He's looking to pick up linebackers and pick up other guys rushing, and that's something that you want from a center. You want that aggressiveness in the pass game. He might struggle a touch in the run game, but he is still a very solid run blocker. And now going on to signing more offensive line depth. Mason Cole is out there. I would say a guy like Connor Williams would be good. Maybe Bortolini can learn a touch from him, but Cole's a little more of a veteran, and so is Connor McGovern, who actually used to play on the Broncos. He's a veteran center that a guy like Bortolini could learn from, but I have Mason Cole pictured there because I think he might ask a little less and he might be cheaper as a depth option, and I think Bortolini could come in and start, even though there will be those struggles with, a rookie lineman, rookie center especially. But I think Bortolini is definitely going to be a gem in this draft. Going on to my third move is going to be to draft Cade Stover or Ben Sinnott. Our current tight end depth chart is Greg Dulcich and Adam Troutman, and that just does not scream off the paper. Obviously, the Broncos aren't going to be trying to contend this year. It's not like we're going to be going for a Super Bowl. We're definitely starting a bit of a rebuild, but that's what you want to do. You want to draft these solid guys that are going to be good for your future. Cade Stover is good in the run game, and he's a very aggressive player. He's got an aggressive mentality, and he's going to hit guys. He's going to run them over. He's maybe not as athletic as Ben Sinnott or Ben Sinnott, however you like to pronounce it. He's definitely not as athletic as him, but he is still a very good tight end, and I think he's going to be very solid in this league. He's going to be a guy that's around for 8-10 years, and so is Sinnott. He's also a very good player. I'm a little more high on Cade Stover, though. it might be an OSU bias. I don't really think it is. He is a very solid runner and run blocker, and I think he offers a lot of value. While Sanat is a little more of a he's a bit better in the pass game and in the receiving game, while Cade Stover is a little better in the run game, even though he's also very good with the ball in his hands and receiving and running routes. Going on to the fourth move I think the Broncos need to make this offseason is going to be to draft a mid-round receiver. I have both Troy Franklin and Roman Wilson pictured, even though I don't think we'll take receiver high enough to get either of those guys. Our current wide receiver depth chart is Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, and Marvin Mims Jr. And that's solid, but like that's quite a few receiver twos, and you might be wanting to try to find, your next big receiver in this class, especially since it's such a deep class. But a lot of these guys will be gone come the third round. Even though I think if we were to trade back in the first round, we could acquire a second round pick, but let's not get too into that. I think we do need to draft a mid round receiver though. Like I said, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, Marvin Mims doesn't scream off to you. I'm big on Cortland Sutton though. He's a very good pass catcher and deep threat, so maybe a more lengthy guy like Troy Franklin could complement him more. Or even Roman Wilson, who isn't quite as like Cortland Sutton and could be a guy to complement him. But we could also be looking down the board even further, like Malachi Corley. Just a guy who drops to us farther down the board, maybe not a second round guy. But I don't think we will go the free agent route and signing another older veteran receiver. I just don't think it's necessary with the room we have right now. But that's all I have to say on that. Going on to my final move the Broncos should make is probably to sign another veteran quarterback. You're not signing him a multi-year deal. You're not signing him for more than like $4 million. But going out and getting a guy like Ryan Tannehill, I have Wentz pictured too, but I would prefer Tannehill to be teaching a rookie quarterback. And if it is Bo Nix, obviously you might say, well, he's been in college for 5 years. He's 24. So how much more mentoring does he need? But it doesn't hurt a guy to learn from an older veteran. Like Carson Wentz, I don't think he would be as much wanting to mentor a guy or even like help teach a guy as Ryan Tannehill. Except I do think Wentz could be willing to do that. And I used to be very high on Wentz. Obviously, his career's kind of derailed a bit. But I think it would be good to go out and get one of these guys. There's not really too many other options out there, I would say. So if it's neither of these guys, I don't think it's anyone at all that we're going to be getting for maybe a more veteran quarterback presence. But that's really all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching this. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And come back for more of these offseason moves the team needs to make. I'll probably do more of these on other teams than just the Broncos. But I just wanted to do the Broncos because they're my favorite team. And like I said earlier, guarantee I'm right on at least 3 of these. Enjoy your day.